John here, back again with another review, and today we're going to talk about Review, An Innocent Man, starring Tom Selleck, the mustache himself. Man, the plot real quick, you have these two corrupt cops, they bust into a house, expecting to find a major drug dealer. Tom Selleck's character, he lives in this house, minding his own business, getting out of the shower, and the cops, they bust into the house, they shoot Tom Selleck, and they frame him as a drug dealer. And Tom Selleck's character is convicted of drug dealing and is soon thrown into prison. And meanwhile, he's fighting to prove his innocence. And that's the plot to the film here. Now, the film here is directed by Peter Yates. Now, Peter Yates directed Bullet with Steve McQueen. He also directed The Deep, which I have both movies. He also directed Kroll and some other stuff. The score is provided by Howard Shore. And the cast, Tom Selleck as our main character, Jimmy, who I'm a big fan of Tom Selleck. Magnum P.I., I love the show. I have the entire series, so I'm a big fan of Tom Selleck. Even around this time when he was doing movies like, Three Men and a Baby, which is a great comedy, Quigley Down Under, entertaining movie. But, yeah, again, big Selleck fan. F. Murray Abraham is a fellow convict here in the film. The character's name is Virgil. And I liked their rapport in the film where, F. Murray Abraham tells Selleck, and he gives this very good quote, there are times when you don't have to stand tall, but you do have to stand up. Basically, this is a very harsh environment. People get jumped, people get killed, shanked. You have to defend yourself. And I thought they had F. Murray Abraham's a great actor. I thought he was great support here. Kate, who is I guess, girlfriend of Tom Selleck in the movie, or wife. And I'm like, I've seen this actress before, Layla Robbins. So I looked at her at IMDb, and she was in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. She was the wife of Steve Martin. And I'm like, that's why I saw her. The dirty cops here in the film are played by David Raish. Very recognizable actor. He's been in a lot of stuff. Even to this day, he's still acting. And Richard Young. And I thought they did a very good job of playing, corrupt cops. You hated these characters. Because even throughout the film, they're Tom Selleck's wife is trying to clear his name. And they're giving her a hard time. We have this lieutenant character who is played by Baja Jola. And in fact, he was in Mississippi Burning, which I just reviewed almost a month ago. But he has a bit part in that movie. And you get some appearances here. Tobin Bell appears in the film as like a convict. It's like a 5-second scene, but hey, there's Tobin Bell. Maybe this is a prequel to Saw. MC Gainey. He's in the film as a convict, and this guy you've seen in various movies, Con Air, a bunch of stuff. Very recognizable actor. So, again, great cast. As for what I enjoyed about the film, Tom Selleck's performance. This is one of his best performances. I mentioned 3 Men and a Baby and Quigley Down Under, but to me, I'm a little bit surprised, and I know that he would do some other stuff later. But based on this movie here and his performance, and I know that, people, when they see Tom Selleck, automatically they think Magnum. But based on this film here and his performance, I kind of wish, he would have had or done more movies like this. That even throughout the 90s, which I know he did a few westerns, a comedy here and there, or, the Jesse Stone movies, which I think they made 9 or 10 of those. But, yeah, I think this is definitely one of Tom Selleck's best performances. The supporting cast, which I talked about a little bit. You hated these corrupt cops. They were jerks, and I think they played them well. The wife, the girlfriend, again, she did fine. The lieutenant character, who's on the wife's side. Throughout the film, he has his suspicions about these cops, And I thought, that was a nice touch with that character. I thought the prison location, was utilized well, and it was filmed in Cincinnati. It was the Hamilton County Jail. And the way the prison looked, I loved the interiors of the prison, and the exteriors, definitely conveyed this harsh environment. And then when you think about it, the year of 1989, I mean, not only was it the year for like underwater movies like Leviathan, The Abyss, Deep Star 6, but prison movies, An Innocent Man, Lock Up, Tango and Cash. So was 1989 the year of prison movies, or prison breakout movies? But I would say, like, that even for me, I love Lock Up with Sly. For me, this is like up there with Lock Up. It could be neck and neck. What do you guys say out there for people that have seen this film? Which do you prefer more? Do you prefer An Innocent Man more, or Lock Up? I love both movies. I mean, Stallone's performance in that film is definitely underrated. And both movies, really, displays just how brutal, prison is. And there's a lot of great moments here throughout the film. There's even one scene where they didn't show it, but it's implicated that this guy gets sodomized. And again, they don't show it, but, they make Tom Selleck watch it. And again, nothing is shown. It's just implicated. And I thought that moment, really, showcased some great acting from Tom Selleck. And even early on in the court scene where he's, sentenced to prison, I thought there's some great acting there from Tom Selleck. And again, people often associate him with Magnum P.I., that because it's all they think about, that he's just a TV actor. I think that he was, he did some great movies too. And I do think that he could have done more. And he's a great actor. He's shown that before. Not just with Magnum, but in movies like this and Quigley Down Under, 3 Men and a Baby, which is a comedy, but I wish that he would have done more movies like this. The build-up of Tom Selleck's character in prison, I thought was well done. When he gets to prison, he's vulnerable. But as the film goes along, he has to kill one man in prison in order to, toughen up, in order to defend himself. And, and he has to survive the prison environment. And you got the subplot of the wife on the outside trying to clear his name. And I thought the pacing worked well. And then in the third act, he gets his revenge on the two cops. But with all that being said about the film, let me get to my overall thoughts on An Innocent Man. And overall, An Innocent Man, Tom Selleck brings a great performance, engaging direction from Peter Yates, and overall, satisfying film about survival and redemption. And out of 10, I'm going to give An Innocent Man a 9 out of 10. Great movie. And if you haven't seen it, definitely recommend it. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.